Hi. I was asked earlier today why I don't like or resonate with the word sober, and I wanted to explain. So, it might sound a bit pedantic to quibble over whether you should describe yourself as being sober or as being alcohol free. I just want to explain why I prefer using alcohol free and why, to me, that's got a different meaning for the word sober. So, for me, the word sober is a bit of a miserable word. So I don't know about you, but I know that when I was drinking, and I would think about like trying to drink less, I was always felt like I was stuck between a rock and a hard place because I knew that I was drinking too much. I knew that it was causing lots of problems, but at the same time, I was terrified of a life without alcohol. And when I thought about a life without alcohol, it felt to me as if something was being taken away. It felt like I wouldn't have any fun. I wouldn't be able to unwind. I would have a healthy liver, but I would be really miserable. I wouldn't be able to socialise, and there would be a lot of missing out. And when I thought about like going on holiday, having a weekend without alcohol, I'll be really honest, my thoughts were, what's the point? Right? And that's just me being very, very honest. That's exactly how I feel. And I think the word sober, for me, it sort of describes all of those feelings. It sounds like something's been taken, it sounds like something is being taken away. It sounds like we're missing out. And when I think, if somebody said to me, what image does the word sober create for you? I think of it as something that's quite grey and it's quite miserable. It's something like a life devoid of sparkle or fun. It's a word that sounds quite serious. So, we talk about a sobering meeting, or, it's something that sounds a bit grim, a bit miserable, a bit depressing, very serious. Whereas when I say alcohol free, I think about free from the control alcohol had over my life. And for me, that means that I'm not bothered about alcohol and I'm free of it. So I think sober is a bit of an AA word, and I'm not knocking anyone that's in AA. If you're in AA and you're loving it, then, fantastic work, well done. But I think for people that are not part of AA, that whole recovery and sober, I don't really like the word recovery. It's not something that I'd use for myself because I don't think there was anything wrong with me. I don't think that I had a defective gene. I don't think that I was somehow it was somehow prescribed that I was going to become an alcoholic. I don't believe any of that. I believe that alcohol is an addictive substance. I don't think the problem was me. I think the problem was the substance, and the problem was the conditioning. And I think it's quite easy to see that if you give people an addictive substance, you tell them it's harmless, it's a bit of adult fun, you promote it, you encourage it, and then if people drink too much, you tell them to exercise self-control. I think if you just took a step back and thought about that, it's not really any surprise that so many people end up stuck drinking more than they plan. So I would never describe myself as being in recovery because I didn't have a disease. There wasn't anything wrong with me. I haven't got a defective gene. I'm not weak. I'm not flawed. And I don't have this addictive personality that, by the way, no one's ever been able to prove. I would describe myself as someone that's like a passionate person, somebody that's quite all in. But I certainly don't buy into the idea that, there's something wrong with certain people and that's why they drink too much and everybody else is normal. I think that's a bit of a nonsense. And I believe that it's a highly addictive drug. And now that I don't drink, I'm not bothered about it. Yes, it took some work to get there, but it's one of the best things I've ever done. But I don't have to go to a meeting every week to keep fighting a desire to drink, because there's no desire, right? So if I'm out and somebody's drinking, doesn't bother me. And that's why I call it alcohol free. I think when you say the word sober, in the past when I heard about people that said, oh, like he's teetotal or she's teetotal or she's sober or she's getting sober or she's in recovery, it suggests there's a lot of effort. It suggests it's something difficult, and it sounds like deprivation to me. Whereas if you say that someone's not drinking, somebody's not bothered about alcohol, like alcohol free, to me sums that up. I'd love to hear from you if you have any other alternative definitions of those words, or you've got any questions. Thanks.